this is your Kuya Don. Wow, ano na, this is the 8th episode since I started this G-Class 4 days ago. So 4 days na yung bagong YouTube channel ko and ilang subscribers na? I think 50 pa lang. But I'm really very happy that since I started, at least may mga interesado dun sa program, dun sa guitar class online. And tuloy-tuloy lang po. And maraming salamat po dun sa first 48 or 50 subscribers dun sa The Don's Corner YouTube channel ko po. And yes, tutuloy lang po natin to, and I will try to upload the courses, the classes every week as much as I can. And it will never stop hanggang saan po tayo umabot, hanggang sa advanced classes. Sundan nyo lang po kasi step by step po talaga yung program. And so we're starting from the beginning. I'm assuming that all of you are absolute beginners without any experience at all sa guitar playing. So that's how I want to approach this G class. And I will be teaching and sharing whatever are the things that I have learned as a guitar player for the past 40 years. And yun po. Maraming salamat po ulit. And now it's going to be an interesting episode. We're going to start learning about chords. Okay? Just stick around po and we'll proceed with our lesson for today. Hi there again, G class. So in this episode, we're going to study and learn about guitar chords. Now, before we start, I think i-brief ko lang po kayo. It's not going to be a very complicated music theory, but I'll try to be as straightforward and simple as possible sa pag-explain bago tayo mag-proceed dun sa pinaka-lesson natin about chords. Okay, very basic. We have 7 notes, all right? And 7 notes, and it is represented by letters, okay? So the 7 notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yan lang po, 7 notes. And as you can see, the notes are, just in a circle, it repeats itself. No? So for example, we are starting from A, B, then it goes here, C, D, E, F, G, then again, ikot lang siya ng ikot. And ang bawat ikot ng chords or bawat pagtaas ng chords after finishing from A to G, tinatawag na octave. So pag nag-repeat na siya, so ito muna yung let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it repeats again. This is now the second octave, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the third octave, and so on. Kaya nga, di ba, yung mga singers tinatanong, they are measured by how much octave can they cover dun sa voice range nila. Like si Mariah Carey, I think she can cover 5 octaves, no? Tama ba yun? I just heard about it, no? So, it's represented by 7 notes. And siguro alam niyo yung song na Do, Re, Mi, no? So, bakit ako nag-start sa C? Kasi ang note na Do is letter C, no? Note C. So, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti. Di ba uulit siya sa Do? O balik ulit siya dito. Do. But higher Do na. Ibig sabihin, nasa next octave note na siya ng Do. So, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then it repeats again, which is the higher C na. And then it goes back again. So, yun ang pinaka-basic music theory lang. Okay? If we talk about guitar chords, there are hundreds or maybe thousands of chords. And it's impossible for anybody to just memorize it, no? But what I will try to teach you is what is the principle behind those chords and how to transform a chord to another chord. There's a certain principle that we can just remember, so hindi na natin kailangang memoryahin yung itsura ng chords, no? So later on, I will try to share that principle or technique na ginagamit ko. So we'll begin that first step in learning the chords. The best way that we can do that is by relating it to something that is very familiar to all of us as Christians, no? The Genesis, the creation, the time of creation. So in the time of creation, God created man and woman, which is who is Adam and Eve. And that's the same way. What we're going to study in this episode are the first three chords, or this is the genesis of all the chords. They are connected, and they evolved from these three basic chords. And tuturo ko po sa inyo kung bakit ko sinabi yun. No? So I'm going to teach you your first three chords, and we're going to start with the chord E, right? E. And incidentally, it is the first letter of the word of Eve, no? The first woman created by God. Kataon, no? So E. And then we're also going to study the chord A. Yan ang mga unang chords na ituturo ko sa inyo, which stands for Adam. Galing na, coincidence, no? And then the third chord is that character in that Garden of Eden, who starts with the letter D. Okay, wag na natin sabihin. No? But so it's going to be E, A, and D. Yan po ang tatlong basic chords na pag-aaralan natin ngayon. And believe it or not, yung principle na ituturo ko after that, you'll always go back to this E-A-D chord, and then you can create, hundreds of chords from there, no? By just understanding the principle behind it. Okay? Let's review first uli yung tungkol doon sa pagbasa ng chord diagram. So, if you will recall the previous episode, the chord diagram looks like this. Yan. Bilisan ko na lang, no? So, wag na kayo maging particular kung straight yung line ko or hindi. Okay, this is a very simple chord diagram. Oops, may reflection. Okay, so remember what I told you, that this is just a representation of a portion of the guitar. And if you will try to visualize it, yan ang gitara. Di ba? Yan yung tuning pegs. Ito yung head, di ba? So, ito yung pinaka-chord diagram. So, this represents the fret. Itong spaces are the frets. And then, ito yung strings. So ganun lang kadali. Let's begin with your very, very first chord, the chord E. Incidentally, it is the first letter of Eve, the first woman created by God. So, yun ang unang-una natin pag-aaralan. Ladies first. So, as you can see here in my chord diagram, there are 3 notes that you have to press in this first chord. So, you're going to use 3 fingers. And by the way, before I begin, so there is a number assigned on your left hand fingers, no? So madali tayo mag-communicate. So when I say number 1, finger number 1, it's the pointing finger. Number 2 is the middle finger. Number 3 is the ring finger. Number 4 is the pinky. And I don't call it number 5, but T, thumb. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the letter T stands for thumb. So that's how we will communicate. So in this particular first chord that you will have to learn tonight is in this first note that you are going to press in the 3rd string, 1st fret, will be using your finger number 1, which is the pointing finger. Later on, sa actual guitar, gagawin na natin yan. No? So, lecture muna tayo. And then this next note, which is the note on the 2nd fret, 4th string, okay, is you're going to use your ring finger. Okay, so ito, gagamitin mo, no? Yung ring finger. So, again, your pointing finger, your ring finger, and on this 3rd note, which is on the 5th string, 2nd fret, you're going to use your middle finger. So, you're going to use these 3 fingers on this first chord. Okay, the next that I have to explain is about the principle of the dragon, or how to kill a dragon. Nakakapagtaka, no? So, hindi to Game of Thrones, no? Pero the principle is when you need to kill a dragon, hindi mo naman i-attack sa tail niya or sa body niya, di ba? You have to hit the head first, no? You have to hit the head first so that you can kill the dragon. So the same with chords. When you're going to strum the chord, okay, later on, which we will practice, you have to hit the head first. Tandaan niyo yan, lagi kong sasabihin yan. This is the technique for you to have a nice and clean sound. Malinis ang pagtugtog mo by knowing this principle, the dragon principle. So again, you have to hit the head first. What do I mean? For each chord, there is a particular bass note. Again, so there's a particular bass note for every chord. So, yun yung head. Yung bass note na yun yung head. And you have to hit it first before anything else. So, let's go back to the first chord that we have, which is E. And in the major chord E, your head or your bass note is this, the 6th string. Okay? So it means that the 6th string is the head of this chord E. So when you are going to strum later on this particular chord, you have to hit first this, and then before hitting all the other strings. So ito muna yung dapat mong tamaan before strumming the other strings. Okay, malinaw tayo doon? So hindi ka dapat dito mag-umpisa or saan tatama yung daliri mo or yung particular nail mo sa pag-strum, no? Kailangan dito siya tumama and then saka mo i-strum yung the rest of the strings. So yun ang principle nun. So in this chord E, ito yung bass string niya or bass note niya. Okay? Malinaw po tayo doon? So sulat natin yung first chord natin dito. E. Ang bass or head natin, ito. The 6th string. Okay, bilisan na natin. So let's go to the second chord, which is A. Again, incidentally, it is the start of Adam. Okay, the first man created by God. A. So, if I'm going to write that chord in this chord diagram, again, you're going to use 3 fingers. Okay, you're going to use 3 fingers. So, in this first note, in the 2nd fret, 2nd string, so you're going to use your ring finger. Then the following note here is your middle finger. And the following note here is your pointing finger. So, dito natin lalagay yung finger number, no? Katapat ng string. So, dito, finger number 1. Dito, finger number 2. Dito, finger number 3. Okay. Balikan natin to. Yung kanina. So, dito, finger number 1. Dito, finger number 3. Dito, finger number 2. Yan. Ganyan ang pag-denote sa chord diagram ng kung anong finger ang gagamitin mo. Okay. Remember that principle? You have to hit the head first. And each chord has its own bass note, no? So in this next chord, A, the bass note or the bass string or the head of the dragon is this one, which is the 5th string. So dito ko ilalagay yung marker natin. Are we clear so far? So anong ibig sabihin nito? So when you're going to play A, you are not supposed to hit this. X yan, X. Ibig sabihin, huwag mong tatamaan itong string na to. Dapat, pagka-strum mo, ang dapat mong unang tamaan yung head, di ba? So ito munang tatamaan mo, yung 5th string before you strum the rest of the chord. Linaw tayo? So hindi pwede yung A yung chord mo, tapos tira ka na lang ng tira. Di ba? Tatamaan mo pa rin yung ibang bass note. Ito po yung pagkakaiba dun sa mga ibang tumutugtog ng gitara. No? So, basta na lang ini-strum lahat ng strings na hindi naman dapat. So, pag A, you have to start hitting from the 5th string before the rest. Okay? Next chord. Pangatlo. D. Okay? So, yan yung nag-tempt kay Eve, di ba? Okay, so sa D naman, sulat natin. Ganito naman ang itsura niya. D. So sa D naman, ang bass note ng D, okay, or head niya, is ito, which is the 4th string. So, pag ipe-play mo ang D na chord, hindi mo dapat tamaan itong 6th string, hindi mo dapat tamaan itong 5th string. Ito lang dapat ang tatamaan mo. So from the 4th string, which is the head, then you hit the rest of the chord. So yan ang ating take away sa episode na to, no? Na hindi lang basta-basta ini-strum mo lahat ng strings. Kahit ano pa yung chord mo. So, depende sa chord na tinutugtog mo, kailangan dun mo tatamaan eksakto yung para maganda yung tunog. Okay? So, that's our first lesson for this episode. Your first 3 chords, they belong to the major chords. And from this, EAD will evolve hundreds of other chords. And I will teach you how it is interconnected. Okay? So congratulations, you now have your first 3 chords. Guys, thank you very much for staying. So this is episode 8. I know it's been quite a long episode this time, but this is the most important lesson in the whole course. That's why we have to spend time and really thank you for staying over. And as I always say, especially in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic we are all going through, you have to stay tuned as a person, stay fit, stay spiritually fit, and stay tuned with God always. God bless.